Irishman of the Year award. None other than the man who Chief McGovern's sister came to see, Liam. And I want to thank Liam very much, because he's busy filming something at the moment, and it would have been easy for him to say, I can't do it, Chris will do it another time. But he didn't, and he didn't because I've never known Liam to say no to anything that the Irish community in New York has needed. Never, ever say no to anything. And let me just tell you, for those of you who don't know, Liam comes from County Antrim, and he has been a... That's all he gets? Seriously? So he's now a real New Yorker. His film career has made him one of the most beloved and respected actors of his generation. Some of you know him best from his recent action hero performances in Taken or in Star Wars, but I don't think any of us could ever forget his unbelievable performance in Schindler's List when he reminded us and the power of hope, or his epic performance as Michael Collins. But he's also taken on far less, big billboard performances, like an important documentary film called Leap of Faith about integrated education in the north of Ireland. And I think he's just as proud of his work on Broadway as he is as proud of his work he's done on stage in Belfast and in Dublin and at the National Theatre, the Abbey Theatre. But what I really want to talk about is what Liam's done for us here in New York at the Irish Arts Center. The Irish Arts Center, for anybody who doesn't know, is an art center in the Hell's Kitchen urban renewal area. And it's on the urban renewal area looks good now. But a lot of people can tell you in this room it didn't always look so good. And it was an urban renewal area, a place the city had to kind of come into and scoop up. And for decades there had been battles about what would happen on the urban renewal area. And this little Irish Arts Center just kept going, doing its thing. Having performances, having classes, having lectures. And finally, we came to consensus, such as you can in Hell's Kitchen, about what would happen on the urban renewal area. And part of it had to be that the Irish Arts Center would not just continue, but that it would grow and become something even more wonderful. Now, Pauline and Aidan, who are here from the Irish Arts Center, who are our fearless leaders, will tell you... we had great plans and no money. We had grand vision and no, stars about us to make it happen. And that's really where Liam came in. He has been, I think, person who has propelled us forward in our efforts around the Irish Arts Center. He's given an amazing amount of his time and energy to help raise the money we need for the Irish Arts Center. And having an Irish Arts Center that is as grand and wonderful as Chief McGovern and Peter and Siobhan and all of those who came before us is important for a couple of reasons. One, because if places matter, physical structures, particularly in a city like New York, matter. People need places to go where they can be together, and Sandy reminded us of that. We need all types of homes within our community. Two, we need physical structures where people can go so they can learn. So they can learn about history. They can learn about what happened before us. So they can renew and deepen their commitment to who they are or who they want to be. We also need great cultural structures in this city because we need to have places where we can go to be reminded that things get better. That there are those who came before us who've been through worse than we have been through, and they came out the other side. And that is the story of the Irish people. And that is the story, because of Liam's work, which will now get to be told over and over and over again at the Irish Arts Center. So I just want to ask you all to join with me in thanking Liam Neeson for everything that he's done for the Irish Arts Center, for never saying no when anybody has asked him to help, and for in that work making sure that just when are we cutting the ribbon? That in 2016, just a stone's throw away, we will have an Irish Arts Center as grand as all of those who came before us, as beautiful as the spirits of all of those who responded to Sandy, and as diverse as the Irish people are in the great city of New York. So on a night when we remember Diane Manton, Tom Manton's late wife, who passed away today, I'd ask you all to give Liam Neeson a great round of applause, a man who lives up to the tradition of Tom Manton.
This is quite surreal. Like an hour ago, I was trying to catch two bad guys in Brooklyn. I shall try again tomorrow and for the next 10 weeks. By the way, Christine, I do keep saying no.
Just not to me.
First voluntarily. Every year I say no. And then I think, well, I'll do it one more year and that's it. But literally all I do is make a couple of calls, if that, attend a great Irish dinner banquet. Usually get quite drunk. Have a great time. Colin calls up the next day and says, they've given us $100,000 or something. It's crazy. Celebrity status. I'll never get used to it. But it seems to make an impression. It seems to be helping to build this building. And well, it's, you know, there's a popular assumption that actors are very good public speakers. It's absolute BS. It's actually my worst nightmare. Possible exception of Gabriel Byrne. Right. Forgive me then for reading this. It's not long. Thank you, Speaker Quinn. mayor, and then I thought, thank you, Christine, for that wonderful introduction. You obviously received a check. I'm delighted and thrilled to be here. May I congratulate tonight's honorees, including Peter Mayer, everyone in Team Legalcom, Jim McGovern, and the NYC Sanitation Department. I have so much respect for the Sanitation Department. That's another story. Siobhan Dennehy from the Emerald Isle Immigration Centre. Each of tonight's honorees make me proud to be Irish, proud to be a New Yorker. Wow. Last Tuesday I was in Baltimore. It seems. Where the time goes. I just want to thank another Irish New Yorker, our host this evening, Speaker Quinn. From the west side of Manhattan, where I live, to the neighbourhoods throughout the city, Christine is a friend of working people. She's a champion of the arts community. She's a fighter for equality. From New York City to Belfast, where she's travelled many times. She's a spokesperson and a true champion of the peace process. I'm proud to call her my friend. Finally, let me say what an honour it is to accept this Irish Man of the Year award, or as my friend said an hour ago, is that Mick of the Millennium? No, that's something else. I'm humbled to join a distinguished group of past Manton Award recipients, Senators Ted Kennedy, George Mitchell, Congressman Joe Crowley, and Police Commissioner Ray Kelly. Tonight is a great example of the Irish-American tradition of commitment to public service. The Irish-American commitment to community, and as Christine said, helping others. Well, here we are, and it's, I think of the thousands, millions who made that journey from the island of Ireland to this extraordinary country, and this great city. I'm truly humbled, so thank you.
I just want to recognize that we're also joined tonight by Liam's mother-in-law, one of our great actresses of our time, Vanessa Redgrave.